Hello everyone and welcome back to the Sounds of You with saxophonist SaxJRiley. So in today's video I'm going to be covering an Alto saxophone tutorial over the song You Move, I Move by John Legend. This is quite a beautiful song. I personally love it. I actually covered it sometime last year, but anyway, John Legend is known for putting some pretty good wedding material out, you know what I mean? So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into it. So firstly, this song is in the concert key of B, which is going to put us alto saxophone players in the key of A flat, or someone may say G sharp, but for diatonic purposes we'll say A flat. Okay, now A flat is not it's not one of the easiest keys on the alto saxophone. It's definitely not one of the hardest. But anyway, so before endeavoring in this song, of course, my recommendation is that you get familiar with your A flat major scale. Okay, so just as a quick refresher, our A flat major scale is spelled out as such: A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, A flat, and take it back down. Now our arpeggio is going to be A flat, C, E flat, and of course the A flat at the top. Okay, and again back down. So that's our scale. So familiarize yourself with that scale before endeavoring this song. I will be honest with you. This song is pretty simple, but one of the most challenging things of this song is going to be the key if you're not familiar with it. Okay, but if you are, let's go and jump on in. All right. So just a few prerequisites, if you will. Our lowest note we're going to play in this song is going to be low E flat. So of course 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and your top right pinky. So this is our lowest note. Now we play that song. The hard part about playing that note in this song is we don't necessarily hold that note. We hit it and get off of it very, very fast. So just make sure we can make sure you can get that note out. As far as, I would also recommend try tonguing a note like this. Say quarters. So I also recommend doing that just to make sure that you can get the note out, because we're not, like I said, we're not getting that note and holding it. Sometimes with lower notes, it's easy to get the note and hold it versus hit it and move on. Okay, so that's something else you got to be mindful of. Our highest common note is going to be A flat on top of the staff for those of us who can read. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, your top left pinky and your octave key. I know some people, I know it's very tempting to call that G sharp, but for the sake of if we were reading music, and I guess say proper names, if you will, I'd rather call this A flat than G sharp, because if we call this G sharp, what we're going to run into, say, a B sharp. We're running into maybe run some double sharps. So it's to your best intention to get familiar with the flat harmonics of the scale. Okay, so in harmonic again, it's just one note that has two different names. We can call 1, 2, 3 and top left pinky. We can call it G sharp, but in the case of this key, it's better to call it A flat. All right. So anyway, that's our highest common note. Now our true highest note of this song is actually going to be high C. So it's going to be left thumb and your number 2, your middle finger. So long as we can get those three notes out, low E flat, top line A flat, and high C, you got the range of the song. All right. So with that being said, oh, and one more thing. An interval that we need to be aware of. An interval is just a jump, okay, or a fall rather. So an interval that we need to be aware of. We got to jump from C in the middle of the staff up to that high A flat. So that should be, I know that's a minor 6. So that interval between those two notes in particular is not terrible. So that should be pretty easy for you. But other than that, that's the biggest interval you have in the song. The rest of it is a lot of stepwise motion. Okay. All right. So let's jump into the song. Verse 1, line 1. Here we go. So right there, smack dab in the middle of the line. First line 1, we got that low E flat, right? It's already in our face. But that's really the most you're gonna see E flat right there. It's just da 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 da. One more time. Line 1, verse 1, line 1. That's it. Take your time with that. Verse 1, line 2. So we got 2 E flats that time. So also now notice at the end that whoa, at the end of that line right there, we have C, B flat, A flat, and F. Now you can play that with your default B flat that we learned when we first started playing saxophone, 1, 2, and your bottom right side key. You can use that fingering. I recommend using bis B flat, okay? So bis B flat is going to be your first finger and that little guy right there. So notice, like, if I hold down G, you got 1, 2, 3, but then under that 1, you got this little guy right there. So what you're going to do, you're going to rock your first finger down to that small key. Do not bring your middle finger up here. Do not do that. So you're going to bring your first finger, you're going to rock it down just a little bit to cover both keys, all right? So the benefit of using that finger is because we're going from between B flat and A flat. I recommend using that particular fingering throughout the duration of this song because it just makes the transition between A flat and B flat so much smoother, so much easier. Because when you're playing, especially when you're playing fast passages of any song, the less fingers you move, the faster you can move, okay? It's a lot less click clack when you're going between doing this right here versus. So it's easier to make a clean transition between B flat and A flat because we're gonna have that little interval between B flat and A flat a lot in this song. So again, I recommend using bis B flat. All right, so practice with that. Now if you get to a point where A flat with that pink, because your pinky is a slow finger, if that pinky is slowing you down in other sections, you can actually keep that top left pinky down while you do that. So that works. You don't have to do that, but it works, okay? All right, so again, verse 1, line 2. Here we go. Okay, pretty easy. Verse 1, line 3. So here we go. Again, A flat, B flat, B flat. All right, verse 1, line 4. Pretty easy, right? All right, so next, now technically this is a part of the verse, but we're gonna call this a pre-chorus because the pre-chorus usually is at the end of a verse that it's kind of like a little transitional segment between a verse going towards a chorus. Okay, so here's the pre-chorus. Pre-chorus is pretty easy. Pre-chorus, line 1. All right, so pretty easy, right? Pre-chorus, line 2. Oh, we already played that before, right? So pre-chorus 1, line 1 and line 2 are exactly the same. Pre-chorus 1, line 3. All right. All right, pre-chorus line 4. We already played that again. Now pre-chorus line 5. Pretty simple. So we'll put it all together now. Whole pre-chorus. Alright, so here's the moment we've been waiting for, guys. Probably the part that brought us to this song in the first place. The chorus. Alright, so we go. Now, most of the song already, in the verses we've been tonguing. So here we got to do some slurs. Gotta make it sound sweet. Or in musical terminology, we call this legato. Let's get it. Alright, so you start slurring on that low A flat. Alright? So here's that C to A flat involved, so you by the beginning. So that's line 1. Line 2, of course. Alright. Chorus line 3. Chorus 1, line 4. And guys, so we got the verse along with his pre-chorus, and now we got chorus 1. Let's keep going. We're gonna go into chorus 2. Jhene's verse. Here we go. So now let's move on to Jhene's verse. Verse 2, line 1. Pretty easy, right? Verse 2, line 2. So, there we go. I think it's still pretty easy. If not, please take your time, work it out. Let's keep going. Verse 2, line 3, here we go. Alright. Alright, verse 2, line 4, here we go. So now we go to the pre-chorus again. So the pre-chorus, now keep in mind this is a duet. This is a duet. So in one manner of speaking, you have options now. Now you can choose to play the pre-chorus from before that John Legend had sung, because actually John Legend comes in and sings this under what I'm about to teach you. But whatever's comfortable for you. So if you want to keep it simple, real simple, you can play John Legend's original pre-chorus again, or you can play her harmony. So here's what she has. Jhene's pre-chorus. Pre-chorus 2, line 1. Pre-chorus 2, line 2. So pre-chorus 2, line 1 and line 2 are the same. Just like pre-chorus 1, line 1 and line 2 are the same. Alright? So pre-chorus 2, line 3. Okay, so now we see that we got a high A flat up here again. Okay? Still pretty easy though. It's nothing we can't handle. Alright? Pre-chorus 2, line 4. So we already played that twice already. Easy, easy. Pre-chorus 2, line 5. Alright. And then we go back into the chorus. So chorus 2, line 1. So what I'm going to do is, because you know on the chorus 2, John comes in with that when you move on. So you still write down those B flats again. But I'm going to take you into Jhene's harmonies on the top. Here we go. So we got okay. All right, so chorus 2, line 2. Now, technically, keep in mind, like I said, we got 2 parts going on here. So you at the end of that, we got do do bum 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 do. Now you can leave that B flat, the B flats out on that one. If you just want to go ooh, ooh. The reason I'm saying it like that is because of timing. Okay, it may be difficult. You may not have enough breath to play all 3 phrases together, because technically these are 2 people singing it, so it's hard for one person to cover 2 parts. You know, but hey, we all got to start from somewhere. So here we go. So it's gonna be like this. So that's how I recommend playing that. I would probably leave the B flats out on that one. Okay. So the next line, what John Legend originally went. She goes. This will be your chorus line 3, chorus 2, line 3. All right. So, it sounds cool, but I will be honest with you. It does sound a little naked, not having the second part played with it at the same time. So you might want to stick to playing John Legend's part again from the original chorus. However, switching it up right here to the second chorus, to the lines I just taught you, does give it a little more flavor. But hey, it's up to you. Okay, you have options. Okay, so now let's get into the vamp. All right, vamp is actually pretty easy. Vamp line 1. Vamp line 2. So vamp line 2 is exactly the same as vamp line 1, except you have an extra C. So you got. Now she adds in that. She adds that between the lines. If you think you have time to put that in there, you can do that. But if not, then the third line also goes. So you have 3 lines, same phrase, virtually the same phrase. So let's see how we'll put that together. Oh, and the tag of that third line will be. It's really just, if we know our scale, it's just a walk down from A flat to B flat. So let's put these lines in the vamp together. All right. So you see how I put that in there? Now, you may or may not have time for that. You can leave it out. It sounds perfectly fine without it, but we know we like to stay true to the song. It is probably going to be in our head, so we're going to try to shoot for it. But if not, hey, no sweat. It still sounds good, all right? So, but at the end, what you hear me do is really just a chromatic down from high G to E flat. So I'm going to start on the third line, and take it out. So we got. Oh, also, I forgot to say something. So on the 4th line, notice I have that B flat there in brackets. Okay, so technically that B flat is the end of John Legend's B flat that we normally just played, but she comes in with an ad lib over the top of that. You probably want to play that ad lib instead of that B flat in the brackets. Okay, so we're gonna go something like this. So John Legend goes. So instead of playing that last B flat, we're gonna go. So we go from his part directly into hers, but we got to leave that B flat out in order to achieve that, okay? All right? And so she goes, again, that's just a G chromatic down to E flat, okay? And so chorus 3, chorus 3, chorus 3, line 2. So here's where we have our highest note in the song. And so of course what we just played right there is her top part right there. So also notice that first B flat there. Now really you can really leave the B flats off right there. John Legend's B flats off right there. All right, instead of going. So we'll let that A flat sing, because if you play both parts true, you go. So what we're gonna do, instead of playing the B flats right there, let's leave the B flats off. Let's let the A flat sing a little bit. So line again. Now this chorus ends kind of like chorus number 2 then. Or if you want to end with his part. So, guys, that's the song. That's the song. If you haven't checked out the link, in the description I have a link to me covering this song. Now I will admit I covered this song last year, and I did it as a duet by myself. I primarily played this song on tenor, but you get the point if you want to hear how saxophone, hear it in the voice of a saxophone. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed that. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video as well. I hope that you found this tutorial helpful. So I hope I was clear on everything. I hope you find everything, my explanations easy. If I wasn't clear on something, let me know. I'm sorry if I moved too fast in some areas. It's a bit difficult to do a tutorial on a duet because of how the parts blend together for just one person to try to play. Okay, but I hope that I did it justice. Okay, it's a beautiful song, and I wish you the best as far as trying to learn it. But let me know if you have any questions or concerns, or if you want to have any more requests. Email me at SaxJRiley@gmail.com, and we will. And I'll get back to you and see what else. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. All right, peace.